What's up, guys? Brian David here at Warner Brothers for the premiere of Bennett's War with the Hollywood Junket. Stay tuned as we interview some of the cast and crew from the movie.
How are you?
Give me 1 minute before so they don't walk by on us.
No, please.
Definitely want to talk to you, Scott.
And what network was that? Lifetime, so tune in to lifetime.com. Name of the film?
All right, guys, we're here with the star of the movie, Michael Roark. How are you today?
Hey, doing well. How about you?
Doing well. Thank you so much for having us at this
Absolutely.
premiere.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, we wouldn't miss it. How does a guy like you go from Magic Mike, Young and Restless, to Bennett's War? I mean, it's completely different genres.
You know, that's one reason why I wanted to get into this business, is I never know what's coming around the corner. And at this point, I think the only thing I haven't done is stand-up. You know,
Hey, there's always time.
Stage, indie film, big film, you know, prime time, daytime. It's all, I love it. I love the challenge of it. And this is one of the more challenging roles I've done to date. So, really proud of our work in this film.
What was challenging about it?
There's just so much. First of all, I felt a real responsibility to tell the story right, to really honor vets and the struggles that they face coming home with physical and emotional wounds. I wanted to honor motocross because it's a sexy sport and it deserves to have more attention. And there's just a lot of heart. And it was a short, tight shooting script, like shooting.
Were you very close to the cast?
No.
Not at all.
I didn't know anybody going in, but
how was working with?
Very close. Yeah,
you became very close. How was working with Trace Adkins?
Trace is great. Trace is he's such a solid dude. Got such a commanding presence. He's such a natural performer. I heard that, and Trace is great. Everyone loves being around that guy.
Yeah, totally. All right. Well, what's the biggest takeaway that you're going to get from this movie? Looking forward.
Oh, the biggest takeaway, I always say that, you know, the beauty of films is everyone has their own, they take their own message from their own, what it means something different to everybody. But for me, it's at its heart, it's about a story about a man trying to find his way back home and about the things that are always worth fighting for. And I'm just really happy that we're putting something good in the world.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. What's next?
Oh, I'll let you know.
I'll let you. I like that. Maybe stand up. Maybe stand up.
I know. I still haven't done my 3 minutes, so yeah, I'll write some stand up and we'll see what happens.
So I play Sophie Bennett. I am the wife to Marshall Bennett, and Sophie holds a big place in my heart because military husbands and wives and mothers and fathers and children, we have this like untold story of the sacrifices we make at home while our loved ones are overseas. So Sophie is this strong, badass wife who is down to ride for her husband and down to ride for her family, and yeah, that's what she represents.
Ride or die.
Yes, exactly.
I like that. So what is that something that you took away from this movie then? Like, what can you relate the most to about this character?
Oh yeah, I mean, family is everything to me in my personal life. So the way that Sophie shows up for her family, I definitely grew a deeper appreciation for my family and the people in my life, for sure.
Nice. And then talk to us a little bit about The Flash. So I know that you were the villain on The Flash, and now you're playing like a loving character over here. So how is that crossover different?
It's very different in the sense of like, I mean, Trajectory was this badass supervillain in this comic book world brought to life, and The Flash is such an amazing show and such a well done show. But Sophie definitely has a little bit more. She has a little more reality to her life circumstances. What she's dealing with is sort of set in reality and what husbands and wives deal with on the daily in this country. And Trajectory was just that like fantasy superhero.
Hello down.
Okay, I'm originally from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay.
I've been out in Los Angeles for 7 years.
So this movie must be close to home for you then.
Absolutely. Yeah, I actually grew up on a farm. So it was really special to be a part of a film that includes family and military. My grandfather was in the Air Force. So there were a lot of ties outside of just being an awesome, inspirational movie that I was so privileged to be a part of.
Yeah, very neat. And I know the film is a lot about like dirt biking or riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, so I grew up riding dirt bikes actually, and that was one of the things in the casting breakdown 2 years ago is when I started this whole process.
That's insane. It's crazy how long it takes too.
Yeah, truly. So yeah, I grew up on dirt bikes, so I was comfortable, and then I graduated dirt bikes and got into street bikes, and so yeah, I'm comfortable on a bike, so it worked out.
I play Riley in Bennett's War.
Awesome. Who is Riley in the film?
So Riley is Marshall Bennett's best friend in the military. We're both Army Rangers, and he saves my life.
Saves
Well,
your
actually,
life.
I save his life and then he saves my life. It's a little bit of both.
It's a true best friend. Well, are there any situations that you can relate from the movie in real life to?
Yeah, with me, like I went through basically OCS, which is Officer School in the for the Marine Corps. So I had a little bit of training, and that helped. I play soldiers a lot, so I was able to relate to that.
This movie must have hit close to home.
It hits very close to home, not only for the guys that I went to boot camp with, but my wrestling coach in high school was a Marine. Two of my best friends growing up were Marines. I've had a lot of friends that have done tours, and I even lost a dear friend committed suicide years ago after being in the Marine Corps from what he's done. So anytime I do a military film, the first thing I actually think of is my buddy Mike Brake, who tragically we lost, and he was also an actor. So
sorry to hear that.
So for me, I tried to save him, and I wasn't able to. So I take a little bit of that every time I go into a film, and where it's a film like this where I got to save, Marshall at one point. It's kind of like somewhat of redemption for me, even though it's acting.
Yeah, it's symbolic in a way as well. Awesome. Well, how was it working with Trace Adkins on the film?
Trace is amazing. His voice is, there's nothing like it. It cuts through everything. I mean, there you have the motorcycles going, and you can't hear anything, but somehow Trace's voice just like slices through it like butter. Nicest guy. I thought he hated me at first, actually, because I was cracking jokes with him, and that wasn't really getting anything. And I realized after a little bit when Ali, the producer, started cracking some jokes with him, when he kind of just went like a, and I went, oh, okay. So it's like he's very subdued in that way. It wasn't just like, I don't know about you. But he's amazing to work with, a stellar actor, and just has such a commanding presence when he's on set.
Violet, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing.
Doing amazing. That's awesome. Can you tell us who you play in the movie?
I play Rebecca.
Rebecca. That's so cool. Is this your first movie?
This was my first movie I've ever done, so I was really excited, and everyone was so nice.
Oh, everyone was so nice. Are they a family to you now?
Yes, even though I was on there for such a short time, they were so nice.
Very cool. And going back to what you do for fun, what do you do for fun? Do you like to watch any TV shows, any movies?
I definitely like to watch TV and movies, and my favorite movie is, well, I have a lot of favorite movies. I like Spy Kids.
Love Spy Kids.
And I worked with, so Carla Gugino is in Spy Kids, and I worked with her on The Haunting of Hill House and in Jet.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys, on such an amazing accomplishment. I mean, how is this to walk the red carpet and see all these people coming out for one of your movies that you guys created?
That's great for us. We're lucky enough. We've been housed in the Warner Brothers lot for a little over 3 years, so our offices are literally right there. So it's a short walk for us.
Perfect.
Forrest flew out from Indiana, and really thanks to Forrest and Charlotte for providing these types of movies that are inspirational, American Dream, do the right thing movies is what Forrest Film stands for. And I think what's cool with our movies are born in Iran, born in America, we see eye to eye, we want to do what's right regardless of your sex, age, range, all that stuff. That was Trace Adkins, our star, so his hand is big. I thought a bear was holding me, but he's an awesome guy. Trace did a fantastic job. Michael Roark, Allison Paige, Forrest has a part in it, which is fun. I have a part in it, which is fun.
Way.
Charlotte has a part, so it's a lot of fun.
Going back to where you guys are from, how does that affect the movie itself? So this vision, where did that fall in play?
I think why we're literally from other sides of the world is what makes this so strong, because it just goes to show the right thing is the right thing.
Yeah.
Forrest has a statement about kindness. Why don't you tell them what you say about kindness?
Well, it doesn't cost anything to be kind.
Exactly. Always be kind. I like that. Always choose kindness.
Right. Doesn't cost anything. You make somebody's day just by saying, man, I love that shirt.
Yeah. Thank you.
So.
But he actually does love that shirt. That's a cool shirt.
Yeah.
So
well, thank you so much.
I think having like an Iranian-born, American-born, and just doing the right thing. I grew up in Northern California, and I just think America has so many cool values and abilities that the rest of the world just like looks up to. But if you're from here, a lot of my friends that are born and raised here, they take it for granted. I'm like, guys, get up. You could do anything. We could be at a premiere at Warner Brothers. I was homeless years ago. We left our country as a revolution. It was messed up stuff. Now we're here with Forrest Lucas, a self-made man, at the Warner Brothers lot. We've been in offices here, 13th movie. You know, there's 8 more coming out after this that we've already finished. Get awesome people like Trace in our movies. So, like, it's dreams can come true in America.
That's incredible.
You gotta work.
You gotta work. Well, thank you so much, guys. All right, so Morgan, what's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
Not much. Okay, so what brings you out tonight for this premiere?
Tonight I'm here to support Ali and Bennett's War. I think it's a movie about passion and something people could really relate to. So I'm out there supporting the film.
Awesome. And you are an actress. What are you in right now?
Right now I'm in Nosferatu on AMC. I play Jolene July.
No way. That's so cool.
It's a lover of Zachary Quinto, set in the 1956. Nosferatu is a story about, it's a new take on a vampire. It's about a guy who tries to basically take children and take them to Christmas land and essentially a way to save them. But there's a lot of complication that goes into that. And then the lead, Ashley Cummings, comes to save it, who my character and her sort of parallel.
What excites you most about the film?
What excites me most about the film? Again, the overall message of it. It's someone who's overcoming their obstacles to achieve something that matters to them. That's a bigger goal, you know? So yeah. I think that's really, you know, important. It's not just like a fluffy film, I don't feel like. So I like to see films like that.
It's real.
It is, exactly. It's very authentic. It's very real. It's relatable.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so
nice
much.
Meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
Have a great night.